This is Kyurem. Kyurem is a dual dragon ice type Pokemon introduced in Generation 5. In the vast world of Pokemon where legends and mysteries are abound, few Pokemon invoke as much curiosity and wonder as Kyurem. With its enigmatic presence and unique abilities, Kyurem stands out as one of the most captivating Pokemon in Regulation G. Originally in the Unova games, Kyurem can be found in the Giant Chasm. The Giant Chasm is a large impact crater left from a meteorite that hit many hundreds of years ago, with Kyurem remaining behind. In the neighboring towns around the crater, it's said that if you approach the crater, disaster will surely follow. That could explain why Pokemon such as Absol actually appear in that area. Kyurem generates powerful, freezing energy inside of itself, but its body becomes frozen when the energy leaks out. So by keeping its body frozen, essentially the cellular structure allows it to remain stable. Kyurem is a very powerful Pokemon. A lot of people say that it actually exceeds the power of both Reshiram and Zekrom. All that power that Kyurem has that allows it to surpass the other dragon Pokemon, it's kept at bay by the extreme cold. That's the reason why it's at the northern part of Unova region. So in Pokemon Black and White 2, there's an item called the DNA Splicer, originally under the ownership of a gym leader named Drayden in Opelousas City. Team Plasma steals that item. I'm not sure exactly where the DNA Splicer originates from, but it essentially allows a Pokemon like Kyurem to combine with Reshiram or Zekrom into another form. Hey trainers, I just want to pop in and say, if you guys are hungry for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet content with legendary Pokemon, especially as we dip our toes into Regulation G, I ask that you just look down real quick, and if you hadn't subscribed, please do that and like for more, because this channel is only in its beginning stage. So I'm just glad to have you all along on the journey. But let's get into these Kyurem forms. By combining the DNA Splicer with Kyurem and Reshiram, you get this Pokemon right here, White Kyurem. As you all can see, White Kyurem resembles a hybrid version of itself on Reshiram. When transformed into White Kyurem, its legs are just like the original, but they get a little bit shorter and the middle toe becomes ice. As White Kyurem, it has some extra details on the legs. Its tail resembles Reshiram, as you guys can see, and it's attached to the body, but its tail is also capable of movement, and you guys can see it has those extra 4 holes on the back that kind of connects its torso and its tail. During a battle, White Kyurem enters its overdrive mode, and the tubes that are in its back, it sprouts out all the way to its tail. In White Kyurem's case, the ends of its hair and wings also become fiery, and its tail acquires those fiery highlights as well. Although White Kyurem is only a dragon and ice type, it can use the power of both dragon and fire because it fused with Reshiram. White Kyurem can fly using its wings like a jet engine on its tail, and honestly, due to Reshiram's influence, White Kyurem firmly believes in the truth due to foreseeing the world of truth. It will fight to protect a set future for both humans and Pokemon. So essentially, White Kyurem is like the Superman of the Pokemon world if you really think about it. Alright trainers, we're going to go ahead and move on to Black Kyurem. Black Kyurem also enters its overdrive mode once it hits the battlefield. Black Kyurem can use the power of both electricity and ice due to fusing with Zekrom, although it's a dragon and ice type just like Kyurem. So Black Kyurem can fly also, but it doesn't fly with its wings, honestly, because look how bulky it is. How could it? It uses a gravity field, I guess, from its tail, almost like a generator. And due to Zekrom's influence, Black Kyurem firmly believes in ideals. Ideals of foreseeing an ideal world, and it'll fight to protect said future for both humans and Pokemon. So again, it kind of has superhero inspirations to it. So if you trainers notice, Black Kyurem actually has Zekrom's arms. It has Zekrom's arms, but it actually lost the wings on those arms. So this Pokemon, it stands upright due to having Black Kyurem using Zekrom's skin, and the ice covering Kyurem's lower jaw, it's partially disappeared as you guys can tell, allowing it to move its mouth during a battle. One last thing to mention, some people theorize that actually that meteorite that hit the Giant Chasm was actually a Dragon Stone. So Dragon Stones in the game, essentially what they are, it's the sphere that you can summon Zekrom or Reshiram with. So some people say that Kyurem had a Dragon Stone of its own. Many of the legends of the Unova region speak about how Kyurem is looking for a certain hero to fill its missing body parts with truth or ideals. Essentially, Kyurem can either be White Kyurem or Black Kyurem, never both of them combined actually. Some people actually theorize there's another Pokemon that we don't even know yet called the original one, which is where Kyurem, Zekrom, and Reshiram all actually stem from. Alright trainers, I hope you guys are all engaged, because right now you know what time it is. Do I need to say it? It's time for Generation 9 Battle Strategies. Alright trainers, this is Kyurem White. It has a massive base 170 special attack that just can't be overlooked in a regulation like this. You can pair this legendary Pokemon with an ally such as Ninetales with the ability Snow Warning. Give it the Terra Ice and those blizzards are going to be freezing everything on sight. What makes Ninetales such a wonderful ally for this Pokemon is it gets a defense buff in the snow, and also Ninetales has support moves such as Helping Hands that will take those blizzards to unholy levels. Alright trainers, let's talk EV spreads now. You want to give it a Timid Nature, 148 in HP, 156 in special attack, and 204 in speed. For this specific set, Pokemon such as Smeargle and Tornadus are perfect additions. Smeargle is a Pokemon that can learn any type of move as long as it uses the move Sketch, and you want to give it moves such as Spore, Fake Out, Haze, and in this meta, you're definitely going to need Wide Guard. Everyone already knows Tornadus is such a good Pokemon with the ability Prankster, and on this team, it really carries its weight with moves such as Tailwind for speed control, and if you don't want to bring your Ninetales because of like power levels from the opponents, you can also give Tornadus a move such as Snowscape, so you can still get that snow on the field, granting Kyurem all that glory. Another powerful Pokemon that doesn't get enough love is Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu has good support moves in Snarl, Taunt, and Protect, and it pairs so perfectly with the Pokemon such as Kyurem. You'll be weakening the opponent's special defense while just slamming them with moves such as Freeze Dry or Blizzard. So trainers, I'm pretty sure I told you everything you need to know about White Kyurem. This team specifically that I've been using, I'll have that in the Discord server below, so make sure you guys join that, but it's time for us to move on to its counterpart, Black Kyurem. Alright trainers, so with Black Kyurem, believe it or not, it's a Pokemon that doesn't have a lot of VCG usage actually, but you know, here at AL's Control Esports, we're definitely going to make it work. Take a Kyurem, and first and foremost, you want to give it the item, Loaded Dice. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the Loaded Dice item on Pokemon such as Mousehold. Essentially what the item does is it allows multi-hitting moves to at least hit 4 times. And in Kyurem's case, moves such as Scale Shot and Icicle Spear will guarantee a 100 base power move each turn. Be sure to give it the move Protect as well. Protect essentially allows you to get a free defensive turn and allow Pokemon such as Gouging Fire to support you with an attack increase with moves such as Howl. Alright trainers, so we're going to go ahead and do Natures and EVs. You want to give it the Adamant Nature to where Kyurem Black can get as much attack as possible. This EV spread is a mouthful, so be sure to write it down. If you plan on using Kyurem Black on your Regulation G team, I highly suggest Ogerpon. It's a must at this point. Give it the moves Follow Me to draw in close combat. Remember, despite the way Kyurem looks in both forms, it's still an Ice type, so it's really weak to devastating moves such as close combat. Allow Ogerpon to soak up that damage and do massive damage to Urshifu with a devastating Scale Shot. Remember trainers, Black Kyurem has a massive 170 base attack stat, so it's not going to need to offensively Terra with all that. You want to be able to defensively Terra, so give it the Fairy Terra or the Poison Terra and you should be good to go. Alright trainers, and there you have it. That was Kyurem. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys use some stuff for Regulation G. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Peace out. It's been Relic Song Rickstar.